So the first one we're going to be looking at here is 80.6 by 84.4, and it's in the bottom right hand of the map. So we'll just put all this away. And see, it has a couple entrances to it, nothing too real big, so you won't be able to fit huge dinos in. Pretty open, good for storage. You can place a couple bases, or if you need, just raising. Couple wide entrances over here, nothing too hard to block off. All in all, pretty good base. You can't get your dinos sniped. Couple entrances in the hole or in the roof, but you can easily fill those in. Alright, on to the next one. Alright guys, so the second one we're going to be looking at is at 73.5 by 83.9. Now if we actually go take a look at this, you can see it's a very big area. It's not going to be good for those smaller tribes who are just starting out, but it will be good for those alpha tribes and mega tribes who are looking for good base locations and good space that they need to do all their stuff. Now, you can build up along this rim. You can build walls, turret towers, whatever you need. You can even come up here and build on these three little, I'm going to call them arms. They look like arms to me. So if you come down here, you can even build all along here. Everywhere you see in here you can build. You can even come onto this middle pillar here and build cliff plats all the way up. Really good for those alphas and megas, but like I said, not good for those people who are just starting out and want to have fun. Because, let's face it, bog is not fun. So this next one here is going to be at 69.7 by 59.3. Now, I was a little bit hesitant on putting this one in just because it's the bog. It's really hard to start in, not really a lot here. But as I got to looking around, I saw this little area, I saw it was elevated, has two entrances. One is right over here, and the other is right over here. Now, it comes with this nice little jacuzzi, has a bunch of crystal in it, and it comes over to a waterfall that goes down. Now there's also, if I can find it around here, a little cave right underneath it. Yeah, right here. So this just travels all the way through, if my game will actually load, just travels all the way through and out the other end. Now, it's not a base that I would suggest starting out at, but maybe building off in another area and then coming over here once you got a couple dinos to help you fight off all these blade wasps, all the raptors, sarcos, you name it. But definitely a base for those alphas and megas out there, and even some of those little to big tribes. So this next one is going to be in the Arctic. Now, I would honestly suggest this to players who are starting out. It's so much easier than the bog. It's the easiest of all the biomes. There's not a whole lot in this biome that's going to come around and try and kill you. Now, if you get in their way, they will. So, this next one is going to be at 84.1 by 15.6. Now, this is not a very big area, so it's definitely good for those who are looking to start out on Genesis. Not a whole lot spawns around here. You do have a couple metal nodes around the place. Easy wood, easy thatch, easy stone. There's even a couple of obsidian that I've seen around the place up here. But the good thing about this base is it's right up next to the world border. So that means there is only one way in and one way out. And with it being on Genesis, flying is currently bugged and flyers do not work. Now, this is a really good name to this place because they can only attack from the ground. So that means all you have to do is just block this area off and you're good. So good base for those who are wanting to start out in Genesis, and it's going to be good all the way up to those alpha tribes. So this next one I'm going to show you guys is at 63.0 by 21.8. Now this one is going to be difficult to get up to since all the flyers are bugged right now, but it's not going to be impossible. All you got to use is a couple ramps, maybe some ladders, and you're up here. But this spot is not really good for those who are just starting out or wanting to get into Genesis or Ark, but it is going to be good for those medium to big tribes because there's no way for people to bring soakers up here. There's only ways that you can fly up here, and like I said, flying's bugged. So the sixth one I'm going to show you here is really a hard one to get up to, but it's a really good area at the same time. Now it's 75.7 by 46.9. Now if I was to fly up and show you guys, it is in the snowstorm area in the Arctic biome, but it is so high up that no land dino is going to be able to get up there, and with the flyers being down, it's going to be really hard for people to raid you if you do get up here. Now, you can place foundations up here, you can build, but also, look what happens when I pull out this foundation. These are all mission boundaries. These limit you from being able to build, so the only place that people could actually come and build to try and come and attack you is down here. And nobody wants to be in the snow where you can't see 3 feet in front of you. So yeah, good base location. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be really hard to raid at the same time. So this next one is going to be in the ocean biome. Now it is at 23.5 by 45.7. So with not being able to fly, it's going to be hard to get up here at first, but I'm pretty sure you all could figure it out. Now, it is close to the world border, so we do have that. And it is one of the tallest spires in the map. Now, it's not a really big area, but it's definitely hard to raid. Plus, it's around a couple mission zones, so if you need some quick in-game cash, there you go. So this next one is going to be at 36.7 by 44.8. Now, it is on another pillar, but the reason for that being is most of the underwater bubbles are going to be blocked off by missions, and the ones that aren't are just too small or too confined to actually be buildable in. Now, until they fix the flyers, this one is going to be really hard to get up to, but if you do manage it, you're going to stay here for a good while. So now that we're in the volcano biome, the first one I'm going to be showing you guys is 13.3 by 71.0. Now, if you're planning on building in the volcano, just beware of the magmasaurs that can just walk by your base and destroy everything, and also the basilisks. Yeah, the basilisks, because they like to hide out around in these little fields right here. Of course, one won't be here while I'm recording, but this location right here only has 2 entrances. It's underneath a cave, so yeah. So with this being in the cave, it does not take 6 times damage. It's easily defendable, but take this into consideration. If Jim, Joe, Bob, and you are having a race to see who can build up the fastest and get the most in a short amount of time, and you build in the volcano, and Jim, Joe, Bob goes and builds in the Arctic, Jim, Joe, Bob is going to have a lot more resources and an easier time, rather than you going and straining and having a horrible time trying to get around the volcano. Now, say you get Rexes before Jim Joe Bob. Jim Joe Bob only has to come over, tame a Rex or two, get a breeding pair, and there he goes. His base is safe. He don't have to go anywhere near this hellhole. So, just take that in consideration. Volcano is not the easiest to build up in. So this next one is going to be at 27.6 by 81.3. Now, this only has one ground entrance up. It is very exposed to the outside world. There's not really a whole lot of water near it, so that would be a hard struggle for you guys. But it is so rich in metal around here and crystal that I don't see a problem in building up too quick. So this is a good one for you guys that are wanting to build in the volcano. Make for a good bit to go. No, we're done. You better love. Jesus spot. You're a side. God, you're loud. Can I stop? Thank you. This next one here is going to be at 84.1 by 59. Am I on the 4th? Or am I on the 5th? I think I'm on the 5th. I'm gonna go with the 5th. Alright. They're not able to be used, and I'm just rambling and I need to start this over. Alright. It is way too damn hot.